And I hope you're doing good and you have a great night and a wonderful start into your own trading and business day. And it's my pleasure to share my ideas, my trading ideas with you, to show how I trade, how I manage my trades. And of course, maybe a little bit interesting side information, respectively, trading. I look forward to see your questions and proposals and ideas also in the chat. You can do it on YouTube because we stream this show on YouTube at the same time. You will find a button in the right corner. You can click on that and you can subscribe the channel. You can give us a like if you want, and you can leave us a comment if you want when you think we can talk about something different, information or topics in the next show. So feel free to answer whatever and to question and to ask whatever is in your mind. So let me share my screen, and before, let me say good morning, Thomas, Anka, good morning, and of course, good morning, Thomas and Janis, sorry. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. So wonderful. And here is the chat on Zoom also. So who is with me this morning? Hartmut, good morning. Jens, Ion, good morning. Mladen, Vasilena, good morning. Janos, Petya, Simeon, greetings. Frank, good morning. George, Rainer, how about last night? I slept really well last night. And Raquel, good morning also. Okay, so I want to start with the quote of the day, and it's one more time again from Richard Dennis. It's one of my examples as a trend follower. You could publish trading rules in the newspaper and no one would follow them. A key is consistency and discipline. So, and you know, the rules of trend following are really, really simple. And everybody knows, and you can publish it overall, but really less people follow those rules. Why is it? It's too easy because you draw the trend properly that you have to learn, enter the trade in the second trend arm, and then you have to let it go and have to manage it and to give the responsibility to the market when the trend and your trade is over. So, and this is why it's not that popular, this kind of trend following, because people want to have the control. But trend following means you don't have the control about the final result, because the price is cut the trend, and not you and not me. And this is why it's so hard, because the Dow theory is well known overall, but really less people follow them. But those people, they follow the rules, and those traders, they follow the trend. They are well known as the most famous and successful traders ever. So, and this is the quote of the day. So let's see, you know, yesterday we had a wonderful day and now it's over. You can see the new interest rate. USA is 1% because they rose the rate up to 50 points, just 50, not 75, and not 1%, just 50 points up. And that means now we have interest rate of about 1%. So, but Mr. Powell mentioned in the press conference afterwards, they will rise the rate in every future meeting again at 50 points. So then you can count yourself and calculate yourself where we are at the end of this year. So that was a kind of, how should I say, expectations. The market expected this, and the result, the announcement hit these expectations. Okay, Krasimir, I'm really sorry, but I cannot read the Russian style. Of course not. So please in English, or at least in German. And Vasilena, please send me an email if you want that I come back to you with whatever it is. It was for you, and it's Bulgarian. Okay, also cannot read this. So please send me an email over my homepage, whatever. So what do we expect today? It's Thursday. We expect international trade in goods and service, CPI Swiss, then S&P Global Services PMI UK. Then at 1 o'clock, not 6 o'clock, this is Bangkok time. It's 5 hours back, so it means it's 1 o'clock. We expect the meeting and the UK interest rate decision today. So it's 1 o'clock. And of course, then we have the press conference afterwards. We have the preliminary productivity and costs today. So we have the weekly export sales and the gas storage report also. So please be careful with your numbers and with your trades. Even you are a day trader, yeah, then please be careful with those, with your own trades today. You know, please be aware about the risk note at the top of this slide, because you're responsible for your own trades. If you want to become more or better informed, then I want to invite you to our Admirals channel here on Telegram. 793 subscribers. Next year we're going up almost not so far to 1,000. That's really cool. So got a lot of interesting content here. You will never miss about any webinars, something like this, and a lot of other content. If you're more a fan of Twitter, then you will find similar content here on Twitter. It's Admirals Global, and here we have also the content. Or my name is Daytrader70 if you want to follow me there. So let's go to the charts. Yeah, and that was the reaction about yesterday evening, about the rate decision. You see markets rose up and continued with the trend. And this is really interesting. So now we are quite far away from the point of control. The price is relatively expensive right now, but that does not mean that the trend is over. This is what I tell you. So, and now let's check the chart and the trend. And you see what happens. Finally, we continue the trend. So, and this is why it's not popular, because if you see how the trend should be drawn properly and technically correct, then you had an entry there or there, maybe an one loser, a re-entry, and this trend and your position is running over 3 days in 10-minute charts. But look where we are right now. Okay, maybe it's not the perfect idea to have an open position in day trading 10 minutes if such kind of fat minutes are there. But if you calculate your money, then you can say, I don't care. I calculated my money because my stop loss at that moment yesterday was here at the green one, at the green arrow here. There was your stop loss. There you calculated your money. And as a trend follower, you know that only two things can happen: a trend continuation or a trend break. So here we go. We were so far away from a trend break, and now we see a trend continuation. At the same time, of course, your short position is out here. You got stopped out here. But at the same time, you have a profitable trend to the upper side. So now what's happened, the trend is still going up. Now we're going on to draw the trend. So that's the deepest point. Then let's see, where is the next close above the last point 2? It's not really here. That's not, here we go, up. So, and from here, there we go. Which means now my last wonderful stop loss, you can trail up here to this point. Look, and now you are wonderful in profit. Now here's your stop loss. And if you get in here, it was on Monday, and today is Thursday, then you have a profitable trade. So And this is why it's not popular, because this requires, this trend following strategy needs maximum consistency and discipline. This is why it's not so popular, because most of traders think they can jump in and jump out and can make money on a quick way. It is possible, yes, but not in the long run. And that proves the numbers. So that proves the numbers. Check it out again. We have almost 80% of traders, they fail in trading. Sometimes going a little bit up, a little bit down. But this is what happens. Why is it? People think they can make money in a quick way. And I want to show you a way, in heaven's sake, please. You see it every day, 5 times a week, Monday to Friday, 8:30, every morning. You see it. Trend following is working, even in 10-minute charts. But it requires really a lot of discipline. But if you're strong enough, and I know you can do it, then you can make money, even in a short run, but with a strategy, not based on coincidence, with a strategy, with fixed rules, and with, yeah, most of the time sitting on your hands. I know this was a hard stuff over 3 days. 3 days waiting. Less people can do this. Yeah, most of the people think, oh no, it's going up, it's going down. They interpret, they analyze. So that's a little bit bad, but you see, finally, it really works. So let's come to our top instruments. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we have still 2 trends. Another example why it's so hard as a trend follower, because the uptrend is still running. We are deep in the correction. The correction is running its own downtrend. There is no trend continuation here right now. So the trend will break here, and the long trend will break at the purple line, and the downtrend will break at this red line. And I am waiting for a new uptrend. But I have to stop at the last point too, which means a possible new uptrend must look like this: up, down, and then up. And then the next correction, which requires and fulfills my rules, then I can go up again. So this needs my discipline, because I have to stand on the sideline, because I follow the price. I follow, not I predict, I follow. So first the price and then me. And that is the best strategy ever, because that means you can listen to the chart, you can read the chart, not interpret. Interpreting, analyzing is just the future, but nobody knows what happens in the future. Law of probability means follow the rules. So next top instruments is Dow Jones. And in Dow Jones, we are still in the downtrend. Even we have this big up move since yesterday, but we start here, move, and here we go. That's the last point too. So the trend will break there, the downtrend will break there, and it will continue there. So, and now here we go. We have a kind of, maybe it's the first trend arm. No, it's not, because it's just correction here. So if we will need a new uptrend, then we need kind of this one. So, and then maybe we can think about a new uptrend. But don't forget, we are within the red zone again. Point of control is really close to the current price. So let's see if you have a clear picture. What's about the DAX in 4-hourly chart? In DAX, we have indeed a new uptrend right now. And that is what I'm waiting for. So first, second, and now the third one. So that's really cool. So now the first one was a spike, and maybe now we get a close above the last 0.2, a clear close, then we fulfill rule number 1. This is a valid trend, which means the next correction is mine. And this is what I have on my list to trade the DAX in 4-hourly chart. So really cool, really pretty cool. So DAX must be on your watch list in case you trade it. You can effort it with your account size, and 4-hourly chart is your preferred time frame. Then it's next great chance, because we have a lot of space to go up to the point of control. Look at this one. It's 15,734. So a lot of space to go up. Let's see what we can do here. So next one, Bitcoin, DAX, Dow, gold. Basically down. The main trend is down. Still down. Here we go. So this trend will break there. And now we have a secondary uptrend. That could be really cool. This one, move correction. So maybe the next move could be the next correction, and then we can go up. So I have gold on my watch list also for a new possible uptrend. Even the point of control is on the lower side, but I don't have to interpret, I don't have to speculate. I just have to watch and to follow my rules. So a very interesting question. Sometimes you draw this to the spikes, and sometimes you say there was not a close, the spike is not valid, what to use. To be honest, for that you have to go deeper. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a live trading session. Trend drawing follows logical rules. Yeah, and this is here I cannot explain so close, because this requires a special way from the first session to the last one. I cannot explain because you wouldn't understand it, because you need deeper knowledge about this. You can do whatever you want, but you have to go deeper, and for that you have to invest in your education. So then we have finally Euro USD. Where is it? Here we go. Just a friendly advice. It's not that I don't want, but it's not helpful. That's the problem. It's not helpful, and it needs at least 1 hour to explain why sometimes a spike and why sometimes not. That's a problem. It's not that I don't want, but it's not helpful if it gives you just a piece from the whole cake, because with one piece you cannot eat. That's the problem. So Euro USD, finally, maybe we get a new trend. Let's see. Last 0.2, yes, okay, maybe new 0.2, yes, let's see if we see the correction, and then we can go up. Also, Euro USD on my watch list. Okay, so let me check what's on YouTube. So here, Euro Canadian dollar, please. And we can NASDAQ 1 hour. Let's start with Euro Canadian dollar. That's here. And before we do this, I have my question of the day, Thursday. And my question of today, thanks Nastia, is, have you set a goal for your trading success? Yes, I have a date. No, not yet. Oh, why should I do this? So have you set a goal for your trading success? And before I come to your proposals, we expect the rate decision of the Bank of England today, which means we should have a closer look at British pound USD And I do this in 4-hourly chart, by the way. And in 4-hourly chart, it's also very interesting because the market tries to open a new or to create a new uptrend here, but it's still here not working. So we are deep in the green zone, really deep in the green zone. So, and it could be offer us a great chance for a long running trend to the upper side, back to the point of control. But for that, we need to fulfill rule number 1. So it could be really interesting what we expect about the rate decision today. And then let's see how the market is reacting on this announcement. So let's go back to Euro Canadian dollar. So first of all, if you have a big overview where we are, then you know, okay, with this falling euro, we are deep in the green zone. So we are far away from a fair price. And as you know, we trade prices, and prices always have the behavior to go back to a normal price. So that means for me, I have Euro Canadian dollar on my watch list to go along. But actually, there is no trend. Actually, there is no trend. And that means, okay, we need, first of all, we need a trend. We need this one. And then a correction, then we can go up. I guess maybe next week. If not, then the downtrend will continue. So the other one was Euro British pound, and then we do NASDAQ 1-hourly chart. Euro British pounds, we can do this. Basically, it's a long trend. So let's see. First move, second one, third one. Okay. Yes, difficult. There was a break. There was a kind of break, which means this and this. Yes. Basically, in the downtrend, the main trend is down, but on the right side of the chart, you can see this. Yes, it's a little bit late. Perfect entry here, but maybe you can use the third trend on next correction. Yeah, not a beautiful picture. We are within the red zone. It's always the same, but maybe more long than short. So let's see NASDAQ. And NASDAQ, you want to see 1-hourly chart. Okay. That is still, oh my gosh. We have to start there. Yes. Yeah. Here was the entry, but kind of difficult yesterday, you know, rate decision. Yeah, but let's talk about without the Fed decision, then the second trend on was the entry. Yeah, but you can use the third one. But for that, you need a correction deeper 38, and then you can do this one. But the perfect entry was, of course, after this changing, this balance candle in the second trend arm, and entry may be there, roundabout there. Yeah, but hard stuff, really hard stuff. Yeah, but basically, if you have it in your mind, that is the second entry, or the first entry in the second trend arm. Okay, I have an open Euro British pound in weekly, some balance candle and change color from red to green. Oh, that could be interesting. Let's see Euro British pound in weekly chart, because you know time does not exist in trading or in life. Basically, time is just a question of perception, no more nor less. And in trading as well, you use time frames to find your signal and to draw the trend. That's all. Why we need time frames, or why we put the behavior of the order book into a time frame. So let's see, what do we have there? Okay, this is one of the reasons why I don't trade Euro British pound on a weekly chart, because if we go really, basically it's a long. Basically, it's a long, because you start here first, and then you are deep in the correction. Yeah, in the green zone. Basically, that was the 0.3, no break. Here changing, of course, could be interesting chance to go long here and back to the point of control, or maybe a trend continuation at the 0.2. Okay, if you will see this, then you are a great winner. That could be a long running trend. Yeah, on the right side of the chart, and you see the trend is always the same. What you have to do. So first, second, maybe third one, and next one. Yes, there's no trend continuation here. Yeah, but basically the main trend is going up. Yeah. Let's see. Possible entry here, of course, above this candle from last week, maybe, and the stop loss below the last 0.3, and then trail the stop bar by bar in weekly chart. And let's see how far the move will go. That could be an interesting chance in Euro British pound. How long the trend will go exactly, that we can never know. So I have, let's see, British pound, Swiss franc. Yes, I have two proposals for you this morning. The first one is British pound, New Zealand. No, British pound, Swiss franc, of course. And this is what I am waiting for. So maybe that's the third trend arm right now. So we saw a correction, unfortunately, without 38%. So now the price creates a new 0.2, and now it's coming back. So now we can check and we can see if we have now a correction deeper than 38. Of course. And now this is what I mentioned this week. Look, if you make an entry without 38, then you have to make an entry at the 0.2. So, and a stop loss quite far away. So then you're a little bit in profit and the price comes back. And now you are in loss. You see, now you are in loss. Okay, now we have the third trend arm, and it's completely allowed to enter the market into the third trend arm too, maximum fourth trend arm. And if you remember that the point of control is quite far on the upper side, now we can wait, because now we fulfill all rules. Even we are in the third trend arm, who cares? Up to the fourth trend arm, we can make the entry, especially we are deep in the green zone. So, and now you can enter here and you have a stop loss much closer. Smart trading. That's smart trading. And this is what is so necessary in trading, to be patient, yeah, and to understand the full package, and not to think, oh, I don't want to miss something. Who cares? We cannot miss something. It doesn't matter if you go into a second or the third trend arm. The most important thing is that you don't miss the trend. Even, especially we have an entry in the green lower zone, we can go up to the point of control. So therefore, British pound, Swiss franc, cool stuff. And here a little bit, yes, Australian dollar, Swiss franc also. Yeah, now we have a valid trend, and here I'm waiting for the next entry. Australian dollar, Swiss franc, just in the move, we are waiting for a correction. So that was my point, ladies and gentlemen, and I ask you a question. And a question, have you set a goal for your trading success? So we had 52, yes, I have a date. And if you are one of those 52%, then let me say, I'm really proud of you, really. Because if you have a date, you have a kind of self-pressure to don't make mistakes, because every day you make a mistake regarding trading, breaking the rules, not follow the rules, something like this, then your goal postponed to the future anywhere. It's a kind of self-pressure, positive thinking, not to make mistakes, because then you have a great chance to fulfill and you reach your goal. So if you have not a goal, then I would suppose that I would highly recommend to set a goal, because otherwise you will never become successful, because without a goal, you don't know when you will reach anything in trading. When you want to experience the day, you will stick to the rules under all circumstances. When should be the day? Without the date, you go on and go on and go on. Who cares? So, and why you should do this? Exactly like this. Without a goal, a fixed goal, I mean, not tomorrow, not next week, but without a fixed goal, you reach nothing, neither in your life nor in trading. You reach nothing, absolutely nothing. You need a fixed goal. Maybe now we have May. Maybe you can say December 31. I want to be at the stage of a trader who knows what I have to do. Stick to the rules under all circumstances and let the profits run and cut the loss. So this is why you should have a fixed goal, especially in your trading. Guys, thanks for listening. We see each other tomorrow again. I wish you a wonderful and successful trading day. Thanks for listening here again. I'm really happy that I can share my ideas and knowledge with you. Thanks to Admirals that we can do this every day, Monday to Friday. And now I wish you a lovely rest of your day, or maybe this day, of course. And we see each other tomorrow again. And with this in our mind, have courage and be kind all the time. And may the force of the rules be with you. See ya tomorrow.